Okay, so this numerical test here, 9G, the last test in chapter 9, class 9. This we'll do these three sums. In this class, we'll do this one, A2 on page textbook 139. So open your textbook to page 139. Okay, so if you're there, let me read the questions. Two persons managed to push the motor car of mass 1200 kg at a uniform velocity along a level road. The same motor car can be pushed by three persons to produce an acceleration of 0.2 meter per second square. With what force does each person push the motor car? We have to assume that all the three persons push the motor car with the same muscular effort. That means each of these three persons are putting the same force. Okay, so here solution or your answer, let us assume here. Okay, let us first assume that let the car, that means the motor car, be moving from left to right, let us say. Okay, now here as we read the question just now, we found out that m, mass of the car, is 1200 kg. So this is mass of the car, right? Then here, question says three persons are pushing and each person push with same force. So we can just use, let F be the force exerted by each person, right? So here, then common sense tells us, questions in the last sentence in the bracket, it says each of these three persons are pushing with the same effort, means same force. So well, let us write here total push. The word push here means simply force, okay, of two persons. Total push of, if two were pushing, it is one person F, so two person means F plus F, 2F, right? So according to the question, when two person push, as this push, that means push of two person, which is 2F. Okay, according to questions, give a uniform velocity, that means same velocity without increase or decrease. Okay, give a uniform velocity along the level road. You can see that in the question. When two person push, the car start moving, but it is with the same uniform velocity there along a level road. As this push, 2F give uniform velocity along the level road. So when two person push, they are able to just push the car with uniform velocity. There is no increase in velocity, means there is no acceleration. Acceleration means increase or decrease in velocity. So since two person with their full effort are able to push the car only with uniform acceleration, so as this push gives a uniform velocity along a level road, it must be a measure. It must be a measure of the friction force. Okay, let us use the friction force as small f. Friction force between the car tires. Okay, the car means the car tires, and the road. Let me explain this slightly once more. So when two person push, they are able to, with their full effort, equal F, with this 2F, two person push, the car begins to move, yes, but it is moving in uniform velocity, means obviously there is the force which is overcoming the friction between the tire and the road, because there is no increase in velocity or acceleration, there is no acceleration. So this 2F must be the friction between the car tire and the road. Okay, so there is this F is 2F. Friction force is equal to the force of two persons pushing. Meaning, in other words, the force of the two persons pushing is able to just balance or overcome the friction and nothing extra. That's what we mean to say, right? Then let us go here now. Let us write here. Total push of two persons has overcome the friction. Total push of three persons, all the three persons involved now. Okay, total push of three persons is equal to first person, second person, and third person. So this is equal to 3F, right? So let us keep this one as equation number 2. So if this means what? Only when two person push, there is no increase in velocity, uniform velocity. And when three person push, go back to question, the car begins to accelerate, means the velocity begins to increase only when three person push, producing the acceleration of 0.2 meter per second square. So force that produces an acceleration A of 0.2 meter per second square, right? This force will be equal to that force, that very force that it causes this acceleration is total push of three persons. This acceleration happens only when three persons push. So the exact amount of force that caused this 0.2 meter per second square acceleration means total push minus friction force. So this total push is here 3F minus friction is here small f. So you just write here, since total push of three persons is given in equation number 2. Right, so here 3F fine, and F here in equation number 1 is 2F. So you write here, since using equation number 1. 3F minus 2F is simply 3F minus 2F is 1F, which means F, right? So the force that produced the acceleration is, exact amount of force is F. F, there's a third person's force is producing this one. The two persons force is just causing uniform acceleration, and when the third person with F push, then this acceleration is produced, means 1F is producing 0.2 meter per second square acceleration. So we need to calculate that, because we said find the force exerted by each person. So therefore we know by second law of motion, F is equal to mass into acceleration. Mass is 1200 kg, acceleration is 0.2 meter per second square, as you can see here. So this 0 you use here, the symbol will shift to right because of on account of this 1 0. So only 120 left and 2 is left here. So 2, 2, so 4, and 1 0 here after you multiply. So 240 kg, then here meter per second square, which we can write in short as the unit of force kg meter per second is square is Newton, right? So this is the force exerted by each person. You can write here, which is coming out plus value, so positive. Therefore, let us write here, therefore, force exerted by each person, one person, that means that's what the question is asking. Force exerted by each person is 240 Newton in the direction of motion of the car. The car was moving from left to right, we assumed, of the car. That is, we will assume that is from left, also same direction, so from left to right. If F was minus, then we would have said from right to left, opposite to the original direction of the movement of the car. So the force exerted by one person is 240. So 240 into 3, 240 plus 240 plus 240 is causing this acceleration. That means 1F is causing it, right? But this is the question they are asking. Force exerted by each person, which is 240 Newton. Okay, I hope you got it. Now we'll continue the next question in next class, next two. Okay, so that's, I hope you got it.